estét kívánok, köszöntöm a Hajrá nézőit! Újabb rangos kosárlabda torna házigazdája lesz nyáron Debrecen. Városunkban rendezik meg a férfi U19-es világbajnokságot a jövő sztárjainak részvételével. Mai vendégem Markus Studer, a Nemzetközi Szövetség igazgatója, Bodnár Péter, a Magyar Kosárlabdázók Országos Szövetségének főtitkára, és Becsky István, a szervezőbizottság elnöke, akikkel angolul beszélgetünk. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. It's an honor to me to have you here in the studio. One day ago there was the draw, and we saw the results. We saw what will be the opponents for Team Hungary. But before we're talking about that, Mr. Studer, how do you see after these 3 years in a row, 2 under-17 and now an under-19 World Cup here in Debrecen, how could you describe the connection between Debrecen and the FIBA?
Yeah, thank you, Shoma, first of all, for having invited me here in the studio together with my colleagues. The FIBA Debrecen story is a very nice one, but this starts with a very, very strong and good relationship FIBA has with the Hungarian Basketball Federation under the leadership Peter and his colleagues. And Debrecen, when I came here, before I came here, I was prepared, and they said, Markus, listen and have a look. You will see how close every people here in Debrecen is with organizing this event. And I could see now how deep this relation Debrecen basketball FIBA is. Today I had the pleasure to meet with the vice mayor, Diana Sheles. The mayor could not be here, but I know that the mayor, Mr. Laszlo Pep, is also very, very much involved in the collaboration. And you mentioned there's not the first event which takes place in Debrecen. There were many events before already, including 3x3 events, and all of these events have been a success. All of these events proved that the Debrecen people, administration, you name them all, are very, very keen and very close to basketball, to FIBA, and we very much appreciate this way of collaboration. And this is absolutely logical that we come here, and we do not only come here, we come here with a lot of pleasure and also with some expectations of how to bring basketball to the people, to the local people here, but also to Hungarian people.
I guess this will be a brilliant advertisement for the basketball, because we know that maybe this will be the biggest show after the two, because the rising stars are here in June and July in Debrecen. What are your expectations about this tournament?
Yeah, very high expectations, and exactly as you said. I mean, many of the players who will compete in June here, not all of them, but many of the players, once they will wear the jersey of their national top team. And some of them will also compete in our flagship competition in the World Cup. And there's a lot of talent in the game. There's a lot of expectation. It's also, you know, a 4 teams tournament where the best meet. And this will be games where every game matters. There's no clear favorite. There's no underdog. Every team is strong. And I just talked with my colleagues whether they are satisfied with the group, with the outcome of the group, and their answer was clear and also correct. There is no easy group in the final stage, and this is our expectation, that we will have thrilling games. The sporting result is the biggest uncertainty at the end of the day, and may the best team win.
Probably Hungary also has a very successful tournament. Mr. Bodnár, how do you see the group? What can be the goals for the Hungarian team?
As Markus said, there is no weak group at the World Cup, let's say. All the teams are strong. The Hungarian Basketball Federation financed a very strong project during the last 2 years for this national team to prepare. We spent 3 times more money for this national team. They can come together and prepare 3 times more than any other national teams. So, but taking into consideration how strong this competition will be, our expectation is, like for the senior national team, that they must fight. They must die on the court, they must do everything, and we can see, and that's our experience, that if the spectators and the basketball community in Hungary will see that they are doing everything what they can, we will be satisfied.
Besides the team, besides the under-19 team, how success is for the Hungarian Federation that during the last 3 years, including this year, you are very proud and a very unique host for these tournaments?
Look, this 3 Youth World Cup package, it was the very first time in the history of FIBA that what we won. So that's why we were really very proud when finally FIBA informed us that we can organize this. As you mentioned before, that we organized in 2021 the under-19 women, where we got the bronze medal. After that, last year, the under-17 women, where we got the 6th place. I think it's very good to be on the 6th all over the world in any kind of activity. So we are very proud. This was the women discipline. And this is what I said also on the draw, that we can be very satisfied with the women discipline because we can see that it's on the right track. For the men, it's a completely different, because the under-19 men World Cup is one of the highest graded tournaments of FIBA. So after the senior women and senior men World Cups, this is the 3rd competition. This is at extremely high level. People will come who will be the stars of the future with more followers than 1 million or something like that, 1.5 million, which is incredible in Hungary. Of course, there are American players. This could be, in my opinion, the biggest motivations of this generation. And I could see, and this was really fantastic, that to see our national team players who were preparing during the last 2 years for this event, that they want to be good for this competition, at this competition. And this is the real legacy, what this package, I mean, this 3 World Cup package could give us as a host country. So I really hope that even if this year, I mean, this 3 years package will finish, that we will continue with another story, another project with FIBA, because as Markus said, that our connection and our relation with FIBA is really very good. And Debrecen is very lucky. And not only lucky because, let's say, the management of the city was very clever in those times when they developed the infrastructure. Because we receive many requests from different countryside cities to take events there. But I tell, look, okay, you need appropriate hotel accommodation, appropriate number of hotel rooms, appropriate number of gyms with appropriate seats. And on the countryside, there is no any other city in Hungary which could be, I mean, similar to Debrecen. So this is the reason why we organize the big events here.
Yeah, that was a great answer. And Mr. Becsky, as a head of the local organizing committee, we heard good vibes and good words about the team of Debrecen, how you manage this FIBA package. What about now? What kind of challenges you have, and how do you see? Are you in a good way to be ready at the end of June?
I hope so. We already started working last November because there's a lot of things to do. Even we have time till June, but it's a long job, and for us, I'm really happy, and I'm never gonna forget that phone call with when Peter called me that are you ready to organize 3 events like this? 3 events like this, and I was shocked for a little bit, but after we realized that we have a chance to show something what never happened before. I'm really happy that in the first 2 years, all the women teams who came to Hungary went back to their country really satisfied, and they were really glad that we could organize it. I hope we will have the same feeling with the men's.
Eto, how do you see, as a local local person, are the citizens of Debrecen get infected by the basketball, or the 3x3 as well? Because there's no year nowadays without any basketball event.
And I hope that in the future we can say the same. But right now, our feeling is everyone is really satisfied. Everyone is really waiting this event. As Peter mentioned, really big stars, boarding stars will come. We don't know yet, but as we could talk with the leader of the associations, the countries, we think that it's going to be a really famous event in our history.
So we saw the Hungarian side and also the international side. At last, Mr. Studer, what could you advise for the viewers? For example, why it's worth watching and worth visiting this FIBA Under-19 World Cup in July and the beginning of July?
Again, thrilling games, good quality, and maybe once they can say, this rising star I saw already live. No, it may happen that some of the players will end in NBA, top competition, and having seen such a player once live, this is something unforgettable. This is probably something one could keep in mind.
Such an easy answer, and we hope so that it's going to be happen, and all the people from Hungary and also around the world get unforgettable memories. Gentlemen, our time is over, unfortunately, but it was a pleasure to welcome you. And what else can I say? See you at the end of June. Thanks for having us.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Kedves nézőink, önöknek pedig a figyelmet köszönjük, találkozunk a jövő héten is a viszontlátásra.